Hi, everyone. Welcome to Free and Clear Fridays with Dr. Sarah, which of course is me. So, I know I was off for a couple weeks, so I'm so grateful to be back. I'm so grateful to be here with you. And how does it get any better than this? I wonder. We have some amazing things to explore today, to be with today, to clear today, and that's really what this show is all about. It's about getting clear, being clear, and exploring, the possibilities of what else is available when you do have space to be, when things are lighter. So I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for all of the cool things we're going to explore. Now, just let's go with the topic of the week. The topic of the week this week was anger. Anger. Now, what comes up for you when I even say the word? Have you wronged yourself for being angry or getting angry, or what's it like for you to be with the energy of anger? So everything that is, we might as well go ahead and clear it right away. So everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Wow. So, what are you noticing when anger shows up for you? Is there something currently that's going on in your world where anger is present? Now, it is a feeling, and we're always looking to clear feelings. However, the interesting thing about anger is that it's really legit when there is a lie showing up. So a great question to ask when anger becomes present for you is, truth, what am I aware of? What lie am I aware of here that's just bringing in this anger? So anger is legit when we're being lied to. And it's really important to allow yourself to be in that awareness of what that is for you. Because a lot of times we get stuck in anger, we go into the feeling of anger, and that's when it becomes a distraction to whatever's going on. So the difference would be, like, say there's something that happens in your world. Let's say someone maybe wrongs you for something, or you notice someone kind of attacks you, like let's say at work. Or the question to ask is, okay, so truth, what am I aware of right now? What lie am I picking up on? What untruth actually am I aware of here? And then clear it. So everything that brings up, even as we speak, let's discern and create all that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all night, shorts, boys, beyonds. And by the way, if you're not familiar with this clearing statement, I'm going to include it here in the comments when this lands on IGTV. Okay, so this is the clearing statement. It's an amazing tool that allows you to really get clear of anything that may be heavy for you, any thought, feeling, or emotion. So that's what this statement is great for. So that's what we're using here to get clear of all this different types of energy. Now, going back to the anger, when you're picking up on, okay, what is this, and then clearing it, that's where anger can really be used to our advantage. We're not reacting with it. We're not going into the situation and getting stuck. We're just using it as a tool to get an accurate read on what's going on. Now, the difference would be if you go in to the situation and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that person did that to me. How dare they? Like, I don't know why this is happening to me. I'm just so angry. Now it's turned into more of a distraction, because now you're in the story of it. You're in the confusion of it. You're in the limitation of what anger can be. So everywhere that you're used to going into anger and reacting and getting upset about it and the story of whatever's going on, Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. It's really curious to how this reality deals with anger. And what are you aware of with that? What do you notice in the world when it comes to anger? I notice a lot of times that people tend to take a side on something and then need to defend themselves, and they'll get so angry if the other person is not getting their point of view, or they are lashing out and want to fight out what is not necessarily going in the direction they would like it to. Or I guess we could really refer to this as a linear point of view that keeps you in a conclusion, that keeps you in a limitation, and then trying to prove yourself to be right or wrong. And that's usually what we're aiming to clear in general. So everywhere you're used to trying to defend yourself to the point where it gets you so angry to just try to be right for other people to get your awareness on it, which only limits you and keeps you in the anger that you don't require. Let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, here's the other side of the coin, is where you're at the effect of someone else's anger. And if we're not clearing all the energy around your own anger or that's gonna then be part of however you receive someone else's anger or react to their anger. Now that's why we're always looking to look at every angle here so that we can get clear of everything, so you can just be present with what is. So everywhere you go into a restriction, a conclusion, a limitation based on someone else's anger, let's now destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. The common denominator here that will set you free from both sides of it, from anywhere that your own anger wants to take over or someone else's anger coming at you, when it's very much the linear space. What's missing here usually is allowance. Allowance. Now, what exactly is allowance? We've talked about this before on the show, but in this case, allowance would be, wow, I'm going to allow this other person to be wherever they're at with the anger. I'm going to allow myself to be in the awareness of whatever's showing up for me. Now what am I going to do? What choices do I have here that I could use to navigate through this? That's where you can go with allowance. Allowance will set you free with this. It's just an interesting point of view. Interesting point of view, that person's angry with me. Interesting point of view, my anger is showing up and taking over for me. So everywhere you've gone into maybe a wrongness of you instead of being interesting point of view, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So it's always fascinating to me that how these things work. Like, there's not just one thing. It's not just about anger. It's not just about awareness. It's not just one thing. All these things have a way of intertwining, because when we're dealing with energy, when we're dealing with consciousness, it includes everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it is an energy. So once we are using all the different aspects of it and clearing the heaviness, it can just blow everything out of the water. And it's never just one thing. It can be a slew of different things. But what's cool about what we're doing here are when we use these tools, they allow us to really do an overall clearing or cleansing of whatever that is, which is the beauty of this. And some things require ongoing clearing, as we know. That's why I show up here every day, or actually on social media every day, and show up every week with you guys for Free and Clear Fridays. But that's the way we do it. That's the way things get lighter. That's the way we can remain clear. So, now, time to check in with you. What's your week been this week? How has it been for you? And let's even go back since I was not here for the last 2 Fridays. I was actually traveling, and you probably saw on social media because I posted on there. I was out and about in Italy, and it was an amazing adventure. So I'm just so grateful for that. But let's go back, and you can certainly go back a couple weeks. You could go back to this past week. It could just be as of today, whatever. Anything that's been heavy for you, let's just check in with that. What are you noticing with that? What are you aware of? So everything that's been heavy for you, and let's just acknowledge that in this moment. Let's destroy and create it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. What are you noticing now? Is there something else that's showing up? Everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. We may come back around here and revisit this in just a little bit here regarding anything that's been heavy this week. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, people, places, things. Really, this will address it all. It will clear it all. Whatever is showing up for you that's heavy. Because anything that's heavy for you is going to limit you. It's not your truth. And this kind of swings us back to anger, where if there's something heavy there and you're angry about it, there's likely a lie attached. There's an untruth. So again, let's destroy and create all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. It's really interesting. I'm noticing, and this will be curious if this shows up in the video, but there's a lot of white flashing on the screen, which is very, I don't know if this is related to just how the live is showing up today or other energies coming in, who knows, but it's kind of curious. It's kind of cool too. I wonder, as long as it's not too strobe light. But anyway, now regarding the space of anger. Now there's another energy that we can use when it comes to this. And I know I mentioned earlier, instead of resisting anger, what would it be like to embrace it? Just to be in the honoring of it. And there is another way also to take anger, clear it, and then use another form of it, which is very much a presence. And the word would be, that I'm going for here, is potency. So what's the difference between being angry and using potency? Well, it's kind of a fine line. Anger really goes to what we've been talking about. If you don't get it right when it's like tuning in and asking the question, is this a lie? It goes into that distraction. And then you get stuck in and reactive to whatever's going on. Potency, on the other hand, is you can have a demand and let's say, a space with the energy that's really using it as a way to communicate something or to address something head on. There's a potent energy. So let's say instead of going into like, oh my God, I can't believe this person did this to me. I'm so upset and I'm so overwhelmed and I'm so freaking angry. Potency would be like, this is not going to happen again. I'm going to choose something else and I'm going to share this with this person and express where I'm at. And if you were to do it directly with the person, a potency would be like, look, this is not working for me and I wonder what else is possible because this is not going to happen again. That's a potency. I'm using the energy, I'm direct, I'm present, and I'm using it in a way that conveys what I'm saying. It gets across the intensity of it without being distracted by the past or the future of whatever's going on. So anywhere and everywhere you haven't been willing to be the potency you truly be, let's destroy and create all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And have you been using potency? Have you been potent and didn't know it? It's kind of like a poet and didn't know it. I don't know, it's kind of funny. What would it be like to actually be the potency you be? to choose it, even if it makes people uncomfortable, even if it creates waves, not waves like hi, like we do here on Instagram, but waves in terms of not having everyone agree and align with you. That's okay, especially when it comes from a place of you knowing what's light for you and true for you. What if your voice, your potency can be the difference for you, which will be a contribution to someone else, and it can actually be a space of kindness. So, what would it take for you to allow you to use potency and be potent when you require it? Anywhere you haven't allowed yourself to be it, to choose it, to allow yourself to be potent, let's destroy and uncradle that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. There is certainly a lot of energy regarding this topic and how it comes through and how it comes in, because there's so much anger in the world. Have you noticed that? The humans are really into that. Us humanoids, not so much, but the humanoids will be the ones that kind of use it against themselves. Like, I can't believe I got so angry. Why did I do that? Like, we're more personal to ourselves sometimes. So everywhere you've made the anger personal, or everywhere you took it out on you, instead of using your voice to be potent towards whatever it was required, a situation, a person, or a thing, let's just try and create that now, please. Right and wrong, good or bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. Now, humans tend to do anger through accusing, judging, fighting, physically a lot of times, proving, disproving. It can go on and on and on. Not fun, and oftentimes not desired to be on the receiving end of that. So everything that brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, I sense we covered that pretty well today, the topic, right? Now, just swing back real quick. Anything else lingering from the week, 2 weeks, that has been heavy? I was about to say hangry. That's a whole nother topic. Anger when hungry. Well, that's the whole thing. So everything that is just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So let's just do one more clearing on anything that's been heavy for you currently, during this week, anytime. Right, wrong, good, bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so you may have seen on my social media in the last day, really I just started posting this yesterday because there's something new coming in. I finally get to talk about it, and it's been brewing, and that is I am starting a brand new podcast. It is not only audio podcast, it is video TV, which will be on YouTube, which will be on my website, and along with just the audio podcast, which will be on a location. And this show, it's called the Dr. Sarah Experience Podcast Show. Featuring not only me, I'm going to be your host, and the show actually features individuals who are doing amazing, amazing work in this world. The influencers on TikTok, influencers on Instagram, people doing marvelous things in a way to reaching audiences that are just like, wow, I don't even have words, because their reach is contributing to such a great space for more light and ease and creative energy to come in. So this show features them. You get to learn more about your favorite influencer and get to know them on a different level. With me as the host, asking questions. How's it getting better than that? Bringing in my way of being, the conscious space, along with just being with the other person, allowing them to share stuff they have not been able to share when they're just doing their amazing work and however they do their influencing. So this show airs for the first time next Wednesday, which is August the 11th. And just stay tuned. The link will be provided in the post that I am sharing on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. So stay tuned. I would love for you to join us on the show, be present, and wow, how does it get any better than this? And before we finish up, as I like to do, is to acknowledge you, to share with you how grateful I am, of course, for joining me in whatever form you're here with, and let you know I have your back, okay? I always have your back. So I will see you next week for Free and Clear Fridays, where we take problems and turn them into possibilities. And I will look forward to seeing you again then. All right, my friends, amazing beings, I'll talk to you soon.